Leo Chiedza, RLLI.
Yeah. Sitarangu is it. Guys, actually, you know what? This video is supposed to be pretty good. Why you shouldn't blame me?
It's a fantastically planned dinner. I don't need to throw shades.
Oh, you throw shades! You just had a sense of belonging, and of course, it was like an elite. There's also another reason why. When I went for that interview, I was scared, guys.
And then Leo Maka, who was the LTP at the previous stage, that year she was leaving too. What is up, everyone, and welcome back yet again to Up Close and Personal, episode 2. And today we are blessed to have a guest on our first recording. This is me hoping that it will put back on sounds of people clapping hands.
Whole audience.
Okay.
It better be giving Grammy live audience.
Okay,
That's
guys.
what we're going for here.
So, yes, we're back in Up Close and Personal. Thank you guys so much for the support on episode 1. We just hope that it's going to continue and become a banging series of amazingness in Leoness for lifeness.
Yo.
Okay. So, yes, who am I joined with today?
It is your girl, Leo Chiedza. Right. No, it's Leo Chiedza. Some people know me as Leo YRC, whatever you feel comfortable with. Yeah.
Leo Chiedza, RLLI.
Yeah. Sitarangu is it. You better not forget.
Okay, guys, so before we start, we just want to become a little bit comfortable, Nyana, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So we want to start with a bit of an icebreaker question. So we're going to do would you rather?
See?
Would she rather?
Would I rather?
Okay, so the first one is, would you rather miss the end of every movie or miss the punchline of every joke?
That's like, there's no questions about it. Like the end of the movie. Like 9 out of 10 times I can predict a movie ending.
Because I mean,
And
I
it's always like
would
that.
also get every joke.
Yeah, imagine
Yes,
me not laughing. Side eye.
Let's do another one.
Anyway, yeah. Now let me ask you now. Let me ask you. Would you guys, I just saw it. It's really on this page. Would you rather marry someone who is extremely attractive or marry someone who's rich?
On camera.
Live.
You say like that's a
You're
complicated
watching it here
question.
today.
I'm extremely beautiful.
Like extremely
She
attractive.
can just be beautiful. Guys.
Extremely attractive.
Or rich.
Yeah. Rich, of course, now
So
the
is the
opposite
rich
end
one-
of it is like she's really
Personally, I would marry an attractive woman. I'm not really looking for rich ladies.
So you'd rather be broke is what you're saying. Okay. Gee,
No,
it's fine.
I can be the one who has money.
No, you're broke by marriage.
Anywho. Let us get into the first set of questions for this day's episode. So, Chiedza,
Yeah.
how are you this day?
No, it's been better. Yeah, just finances, not financing. Anyway, guys, I'm good. I'm really bored. Just say bo, kumbakuri bo. How are you guys? Drop in the comment section how you guys are feeling. Yeah, let me know.
Okay, she's fine.
I'm good. I'm good.
Can you please tell us about your Leo journey? Since this is a Leo-based podcast,
Okay.
I think we would like
me
to
sit
know,
up straight.
when
Yeah.
did it start? What kind of positions have you held? How has been the experience up until now?
My Leo journey.
Yes.
Guys, confirm we can speak in Shona, right?
You can speak in
Ndebele.
in Rurimi Rwama.
Spanish,
Yeah.
French,
No.
Portuguese. Okay, it's fine. Okay, guys, my Leo journey. Wow, like I've had a lot of experiences in Leo, like seeing as how I joined 2016, 2017, that's when I joined Leo. And I can tell you, when I joined Leo, I was very, what can I say, like enthusiastic about joining Leo. Like it was all right at the time. Shall I start with why I joined Leo?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Sure. So of course, like my brother and my dad's cousin, they were in Leo at the time. Wasn't really sure about what it was really about, but I just saw them going out, like maybe even during the weekends. Then they'd have like all these pins, and I was like, yeah, I wanted those pins, guys. Really, the pins.
The pins were pinning.
The pins were really the majority reason why I joined. And still to this day, I'm collecting. If you feel like you want to donate, it's fine. You can donate to me. Yeah. So when I actually went to join Leo, I wasn't really sure about what it was about, but I knew that there were like opportunities for you to have like leadership positions. There was opportunities for you to like travel. Like what I'm saying, they'd always be out and about over the weekends, and like they just had a sense of belonging. And of course, it was like an elite group. So that was also another reason why. And when I went for that interview, I was scared, guys. Yo, I think I'm sidetracking here. I digress. But I remember like the questions I was asked, I read them like 2 minutes before I went into that interview. So when I went in, got interviewed, got called back, I was now part of the club. And I think some people could actually say nani zungu for the club.
When pressure.
Not pressure, it's just zungu. Just zungu for the club. Like no one could badmouth Leo. No one could say anything. Like I was a strong defender of the club. I was a strong defender of the cause. Like no one could say anything bad in my presence because I'd be like, you don't know Leo. You've never been in Leo. You can't say that.
So what are you here saying? This about that you've never done before.
So like, but as gradually as I grew up, you actually learn to take constructive criticism and stuff. Yeah. But that aside, my experiences when I got in, like I said, I was enthusiastic. So just I think a few months after I got into the club, I was made the vice secretary. Yeah, it was
Which club is this? For those people that don't know.
Roosevelt Leo Club. Yeah. And at the time, I think you could say it was kind of like a bit, not really demotivating, but I tell you the amount of work I put into that position versus the recognition I got, it wasn't really tallying. Like, so actually comes to the point of like, why are you serving and why are you in the club? Because at that time, if I felt like I wasn't getting as much as I was giving, I would have left. But I held on because I was getting something else from that club as well. Like, it was building me up as much as I was giving into it. Okay. But I was also benefiting. Yeah. So that's what I can say. And then from there, I became the second vice president. From second vice president, I became the president. And eventually I campaigned.
For what?
It's like there's something. I campaigned for second VP for the district post, of course. I didn't get it.
Guess who was your competitor?
Oh, right, exactly. We've been through a lot. Him, Bali, and the gang.
It's been a crazy journey.
It's been a crazy journey. So yeah, I lost phase, cried, but we move. Now I'm the fundraising director. I'd actually gotten like the opportunity to go for like an RLLI training.
We're gonna get into that.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that later. But yeah, so I've gotten to benefit a lot from Leo, from the camps. It was just a lot, guys. I can't really put it all into like such a short time frame, but it's been good. It's been good. Ups, downs, but good.
I would be interested in knowing, Kuti, since you've talked about such a interesting journey from the moment that you started in the program up until now, 2016. That means you were like 13.
I don't remember. As nothing.
So it's to the nearest 10 years.
To the nearest 10 years, maybe I was 5. I don't remember, guys.
So I want to know, Kuti, during that journey, during that trajectory to where you are now, what have been the highest moments and what have been the lowest moments? And how have those moments defined how you view the program now? I'll maybe start with myself.
Sure.
I think if I could think, not exactly a highest moment, but a moment in which it got me changing my perspective of what it means for me to be a Leo, what it means for me, or what I want in the long run in my journey as a Leo. I remember I was still in high school at the time.
Yeah.
I was at Kutama College, and we had this project that we had. I've always battled with confidence issues, even though people might not think so, in terms of public speaking, which is funny because I was always in front of people talking, but I was literally dying inside. So there's this time that we had a project that we had where we invited district board members. That was 2021, and they came all the way. And this was during the COVID era. So to have people traveling all the way from Harare to Zimba, it was
Zimba, giving accent. Okay.
No, I'm terrible at pronouncing some of things. Anyway, so we are board members at the time when I was the president, and I remember we were doing a project at Kutama Day Primary School where we were donating station items, and then Leo Maka, who was the LGP the previous stage, and that year she was region chair. She came and then she did a presentation, did an address to the people that were there, which were asked together with the kids from the primary school. And I remember just watching her speak.
So that was the turning point.
And this was somebody for me who was who has never met me before, who has never met these people who are in front of her before. But she spoke so confidently, so energetically, as if she knew these people. And I remember I was sitting there and I just looked at her and I was like, this is what I want to be.
Yeah, that's...
And if there is to be any reason why I stay, is that I can become this. That I can travel from somewhere and meet people that I don't know and speak to them so boldly. Yeah. And for me, ever since then, that's been something that has pushed me to be like, you know what, with all things said and done, I'm going to make sure that at the end of the day, I'm going to be a fire speaker. And you're not going to hear me speak. Anyway.
And you're actually getting... I can't say you're there because, of course, you can never... No, you can never be, like, at your peak because you're always growing and growing. So I think you're actually getting there, maybe. You've actually probably surpassed that, but you're going somewhere.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And what would you say is
the lowest? Ooh, I've had a lot of low moments.
A lot.
But
is this your 13th reason?
I have this thing where...
Guys, actually, you know what? This video is supposed to be 13 reasons why you shouldn't join Leo. Listen. First reason.
I actually was going to say, Kuti, I haven't particularly... I can't have a moment that I can define as the lowest. Because I don't like giving things that kind of title. Because once you define something to have been this the lowest point, I feel like I'm giving it weight on my life.
No, but I think that it just means that you can never go past that. So I think it's a good thing. It's like your anchor. You're like, I'm never going to go lower than that lowest.
Okay, I think let me just think of one moment where I've really questioned what it is I was doing here. I remember, when I was still in RLLI, I consider myself to have been pretty active-ish. I tried, but problem is...
Yeah, but you were.
Anyway, I tried, but the problem is it was during the COVID era.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get a chance to go and see other people or anything like that. So I remember the first event that I ever attended as an Omega Leo was this other dinner. So I got to use it, Omegas. Much love to you, Omegas. That was a fantastically planned dinner. I don't mean to throw shades.
Oh, he's throwing shades.
But for me...
In fact, let me put on my shades.
But for me, personally speaking, I was so... I don't know. I didn't know anyone. I think that's what I want to say.
Okay.
So I found it really hard to feel comfortable. I only know one person. There was Mbali who was there. But we ended up not sitting at the same table. So I had to sit somewhere else because... And I remember that day, honestly speaking, there was even a point, I was in the district board at the time, after being president. Remember, we were like my assistant.
Oh, yeah, I was the secretary assistant.
I wasn't known so much so that when they even announced, when they had an event, then they recognized they didn't skip my name because they didn't even know me.
Yeah, and I feel
so I was just sitting there up on a garab table that was in front of the flash. The camera is the flash.
Oh, it was so
and it just got me thinking, like, damn, what am I doing here?
Oh,
who did I think I was to think that I can actually be a Leo and actually be a
use
man?
it, Omega. If I catch you, use it, Omega.
Love you guys so much. Fantastic.
It's all love here. It's all love.
And you know how when Leos meet, they're so social.
Really?
And I'm just out there.
If you don't get into their vibe, guy, you feel some type of way, but that's a good thing. Like, I feel like in every space that you enter, you're just supposed to, step out of your comfort zone. Because I kid you not, I am a quiet person. I am very quiet. I'm like shy. Yeah, so
and I think
you
for
wouldn't know that.
Chiedza, you're rambling.
I'm sorry. But okay, I'm just trying to say
You're
that.
gonna cut that part out.
Alright, yeah, please cut it out. But I'm not shy, I'm not quiet, but anyway. Yeah, so like if you don't really step out of your comfort zone, because Ragara, like the first time you step out of your comfort zone, it's going to be really uncomfortable. The next time it gets less, and then eventually you're like, you're out of your shell. So yeah.
I think for me, the one thing that has kept me here, despite all the things that happen, is I feel like I use negative experiences to fuel me to be like, you know what, I'm gonna work twice as hard to prove to you that I do belong here.
Yeah, then they're going to issue a public apology.
So I remember after that day, I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Okay, Shem, you cut out some other parts. Anyway.
Yeah.
What have been your highest experiences? What have been your high moments or your highest moments, and how has it shaped?
Highest moments? Yeah, I can't really pinpoint one highest point. Or like, okay, Vele, let me just say probably the highlight or maybe the greatest part about joining Leo is like you make really lifelong relationships. Like I've met so many good friends of mine and so many influential people and mentors through Leo, and I think for me that's probably going to be like in the top 3 of my reasons why I love Leo. So let's just leave it at that because I'll start rambling. We don't have time.
The aspect of community is a key thing for most people,
and belonging as well, because it's very hard to find people who are aligned in your goal, like what you're working towards and things like that. And Leo's a good place to just like pick out a lot of things. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about RLLI. RLLI.
Period.
Regional Lions Leadership Institute.
Guys.
Before I ask you how that was for you, like I would consider you to be one of the youngest people who have gone through this in our district.
Oh yeah, it's very hard being like a 21-year-old teenager,
and I wanna think, do you ever feel at some points that you're kind of like going at like super fast speed in terms of the things that you do, or you feel like everything is happening at the right time it's supposed to happen?
For me, I think the problem I have is most of the times I feel like I'm behind. So everything I do, it's like I'm trying to constantly catch up with something else. So for me, RLI came at the perfect time. It's like it's really a perfect time because it's going to allow me to grow. Because the skills I learned then, it's not like, when I talk about it, I act like, you come back and you're a changed person. You're still the same person. You just have a little more skill. It's a skill issue sometimes. Yeah. So you have a little more skill, and then you have a little more like a skeleton for you to work with, and you work on it and you keep adding flesh to it. So that's why I think it was a perfect time, and you're never too young, because now as I go forward, I'm just going to based off of what I learned, add flesh on it, revise things like that. You have to re-strategize.
Okay.
Always, yeah.
That's good. That's amazing. One last question before you conclude.
Yeah.
What was your biggest takeaway from that experience in RLLI?
Ooh, biggest
one
takeaway.
thing that you can leave us with. That you learned
one
at RLLI.
Like one.
Just one. To just bless the audience before we go cut.
Before you get to one, there's 0, then there's 1. So I'm going to give you 2 things.
Okay, give us 2
from
things.
0 and 1. Okay. So the biggest takeaways I learned from, I guess there was a lot. Let me just try to think of anything that comes to mind right now. Probably that you're never too young, really, to take up space. Because, on that note, guys, there were so many influential lions there. Because I think of Leo's were just 4 or 5, if I'm not mistaken. But we were in a room full of lions. And when they looked at us, they didn't look like below us or judge us or anything. They saw us as equals. Like, we were communicating, we were all there to learn. And I think that was a beautiful thing, because you actually feel like you're probably going to grow into someone who's going to be as influential as they are, and you meet so many mentors and all the things like that. And like I said, don't be afraid to get out of comfort zone, guys, because if you're comfortable, you're not going anywhere, you're not doing anything. So step out of your comfort zone. If there's an opportunity, guys, let me take you back.
Chiedza, we want one point.
I'm sorry. No, what I'm trying to tell you is, even if you're the only one who's showing up, guys, show up anyway. Because this other time, so those videos, what they did to me, I showed up Kubaz and did one, guys. Imagine. But anyway, from there, it's helped me grow into the person I am now. Like, I used to be so socially awkward, guys. Like, speaking in front of people, easy. 1, 2, 3, I can do that. But like, conversating with other people, it was hard for me. But now it's actually easy, you know. So step out of your comfort zone. You might figure out 1, 2 things that you really didn't.
Thank you so much for such an inspirational lesson.
Kushaya, but I could have given you like.
And with that
wisdom.
being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Chiedza, for making a feature.
Right,
this is
guys.
us.
Thank
See you on the
guys
next
for
episode.
Having me. Bye. From me and the crew behind the scenes, it has been good.
It has been fantastic.